What's up, y'all? This is the update on what's been going on with the car. Last I talked to y'all, I was just done with the drift event and couldn't believe it actually happened. Melted my bumper in the process of that and kept me a little souvenir. See if I can pull it out. Yeah, first time I got off the track, this is hanging from the back of my bumper. Just like that. Right there. Except, I don't know, I guess it was up higher because it was dangling about like that. And I was like, oh no, and that was right after the first run. So from that, I decided, okay, well, maybe I should put some tips on my exhaust or make my exhaust not run straight into my back bumper and melt up whatever the heck this is. So, glad I saved it though. Yesterday, I dropped the car off and I got them to rig up just a straight pipe, cut off the mufflers, and they just welded it up like that. Right there on some mounts, you can't really see, but welded them right here. Feels like it doesn't really have a leak, and yeah, she's straight piped, which not much different than what it sounded like before. It sounds a little more raspy rather than all the exhaust just flowing through the holes in the mufflers. They were terrible. Those things were trashed when I got it, as I showed in the original walk around. But now it sounds a little bit better, so yay. I'm working on temperature problems. I thought the car was overheating. It looked like the fan wasn't coming on. And it turns out I hadn't let the car get hot enough. We looked it up, and the fan doesn't come on until about 238 degrees, and I thought it was supposed to come on at like 220. And yeah, so it scared me a little bit. Even though like that's when it's supposed to come on, I think it's too hot for doing the drift events. So right now I'm working on wiring up a switch so I can just turn the fan on myself. Right here's the fan relay, and here's the plug that goes to it. We found the power wire was this green and white one, which I've already spliced this other wire into it, which is gonna run here into the car and mount up a little switch to go with it, so I can just flip it on whenever I want. If I don't flip it on, like if I'm just driving regular, it'll come on at the normal time and not disrupting any of that. So that's what I'm working on right now. What's up? Say hey. Say hey.
Jeez.
I
heard you talking.
Yes.
To yourself.
Talking to myself. All right, so I don't think I talked about this before either. I'm gonna bust out the flashlight so y'all can see what's going on. I didn't talk about this before, but tried fixing the instrument cluster on this car, obviously. I tried fixing the instrument cluster. Didn't work. I got one of the videos I watched online said to put a new polarized film across the front of it. I did that. Turns out there's a bigger problem. It made it where you could see the indications, or the stuff would show up, but it's not indicating right. It wasn't showing any actual numbers for like the speed or anything like that. So I gave up on that. I ordered one from China on eBay. It was like 60 bucks. So I was like, you know what, I'll take the gamble. Hook up this random digital speedometer and tachometer. It was supposed to do everything. Fuel, like literally everything. But the main thing I wanted was the tachometer. Didn't work. Also kind of blew it up. Like it just shorted it out. It doesn't work anymore. So I threw it away and I bit the bullet and I went and bought one of the ones from the auto parts store. So this is what my dash looks like right now. It's just yeah, it's a tachometer and a water temperature gauge. And then today I added this switch right here, which will be for that's gonna turn on the fan for the radiator, so I can turn it on when I'm doing crazy track stuff, hopefully. So yeah, it's a, you know, race car. On top of that, decided to just take out the thermostat, which won't be great for the car actually warming up, but will be great for track stuff so that the car doesn't overheat. So between those two things, I shouldn't have any more heat problems. I still need to flush the radiator, which might have just fixed the problem in the first place, but who knows? It takes work. That'll be one of the next things I do. I still need to figure out how to get my air filter to stay on, but also I don't care. I'm gonna swap the motor. Yeah. Eventually. Yep, that's what I did today, and we'll see what happens next time. I'm about a week. No, I'm further than that. I'm really behind on videoing. So let me see if I can give you the update and try to cover everything. After the drift event, I started driving the car pretty much regular, like daily, for about 4 days, and then realized, oh no, I've lost a lot of power. So I think one of the cylinders missing. Just one of the cylinders is misfiring or doing something wrong. So the other day I went and took all the valve covers, both the valve covers off. Just basically check the rocker arms and see if any of them felt loose, and they didn't. Which, sure, good thing. You can look at it as a good thing. You can look at it as a bad thing. Because good thing, okay, well, at least it doesn't feel like any of the push rods are bent or any of the valves are bent, but still don't know what the problem is and why I lost a lot of power. So whatever, I did that. We took it off, and now I'm putting them back on. I haven't tightened them down yet, but they're back on now. Also gonna clean up all this spark plug wires because they're way too long, and that's what I'm working on today. Yeah, that's where we're at. Oh, other good thing, and by good thing I mean bad thing, is I had like a solid week where I didn't get anything done on the car because my back was in so much pain. By a solid week, I mean probably like, okay, it felt like a week. It was like 3 days. Like, my back still hurts a lot. Now I'm just like kind of gritting my teeth and getting through it so I can work on the car. Ooh, I also registered for the next drift event, which today is January 2nd, and the drift event is on the 17th, which gives me about 15 days to get ready with a car that would not drift right now. Yeah, I don't have any power. It's bad. Looks like I should just peel that over like that and be able to crimp it. I don't know if I have to strip that part because the last guy didn't. You know, just because the last guy did it, I mean, it's right. It could mean, oh, that's why I'm in this situation. Don't do this step with adults in front of you, because they'll make fun of you when you mess it up. Pro tips from Eli, the car guy. Would have been a better YouTube channel name. Oh well, missed that opportunity. Alright, so if you want to see what it's not supposed to look like, that's not what it's supposed to look like. I got screwed. Here's what it's supposed to look like. But there's no adults here to make fun of me for messing it up. I'm gonna tell you, if you're thinking about buying the if you're thinking about buying the XL spark plug connector pliers, not worth it. Get you a pair of these. This thing can do the job just fine. The only good thing about this is the wire stripping part is perfect, so you can get to the part you need without messing up the rest of it. Other than that, not worth it. You can really just do that with a regular set of wire strippers. Or shoot, even a knife. Okay, now I'm just cleaning them up, trying to make them run neatly and not look ugly. Using this trick that the uncle taught me. See if I can do it as neatly as he did. All right, so I got this. I'm trying to figure out, or what I'm gonna be using it for is try and figure out which cylinder is hitting the least. Cool, I just put a brand new battery in this and sorry, saying it has bad battery. Anyways, I don't know which cylinder's not firing. I took all that stuff off without that information because I was impatient and I just needed to work on the car. I signed up because I signed up for that drift event and I felt like I was just sitting around being lazy. So rather than waiting for that temperature gauge to arrive, I just, started pulling things apart. Not the smartest decision, but whatever. What are the odds that the boy swapped the spark plugs a lot, or the wires a while ago? It's hotter than it was. Ow. Nope, that one's hot. We accept these problems sometimes where you're like, you know what? I need an answer, so I'm just gonna burn myself. Okay, they're all hot now.